Hello you guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kinga and today I decided to do a video about the travel gadgets. Not all of those things are specifically created or made for travel, but I use them in a way that helps my travel get smooth and without any problems. And some of those gadgets are very basic and very obvious, but some of those gadgets are very unusual. Majority of those things are not expensive, they're not pricey. I'm sure you can find all of them online. Some of them you can buy in places like Primark or Tiger. So let's start. So the first thing that I would like to point out might be pretty obvious. So the first item is a jewelry organizer. So the first one is the big one. I've bought it in Primark and it was discounted from £6 to £3. And this is the bigger one that I have because I've got two. So you've got little departments for necklaces or bracelets, for earrings and rings. And these are little departments that you can use for watches. And I've got another one. I think I've bought it on AliExpress and it looks like that. It's a smaller one. It has a little mirror and it has a little departments for rings and earrings. I don't think you can squeeze in a watch in there really. And a bigger department below. So you can take that one out if you don't need it. And yes, that's the jewelry organizer. Another thing that I would like to show is a travel wires organizers. By wires I mean like chargers, laptop chargers, earphones, headphones. So you've got a little compartment in here, and then you've got a bigger compartment, and then you've got a little straps in here that can hold some devices like the chargers or power banks. I just found it on AliExpress. I think it was like £2 and I thought it's going to be a great gadget. I regret a little bit that I bought it in a white color. I just really like the cactuses that it has on, but I wish I didn't take in a white color because I think it's going to get stained very quickly. So this is a great way to organize your luggage and make sure that you have everything in one place. Another thing, this is a little tiny bitsy sewing machine. Let me just pull it out from the bag. It looks like a stapler, but it's not a stapler. It's just like a little mini tiny sewing machine. It's not the sewing machine that I would use on a daily basis to sew things, but like you can still use it for things like I don't know, a little, like if your trousers ripped. Can you imagine if your trousers ripped in an airport and you don't have a spare clothes with you? What are you gonna do? So you can use that. Another thing that I would like to show you is a set of mini stationery. You can get it in a place like AliExpress. And you've got a tiny little stapler in here. You've got little scissors. You've got some, oh my god, you've got the little sharpener as well. Oh, that's so cute. You've got also a tiny little itsy bitsy tape. And you've got some staples as well, like mini staples. Oh, and they've got you the spare a tape. Oh, that's so cute. So I know probably a lot of people wouldn't take it on flight with them, but if you do have if you're, for example, traveling to work and you do some office work on the train. I literally saw people doing an office job on the train, and you do have a paperwork with you, or you have a lot of paperwork with you. That sort of set might be great. So another thing, and this is a little trick. I know I'm showing you something very obvious and very obvious and not obvious at the same time. So when I fly, what I do, I keep my money and my documents like passport and a flight ticket and my house keys and my phone in a little bag like this. This is like actually a Michael Kors bag. It doesn't have to be Michael Kors. It can be any other small bag. If you're flying and you need to show your passport, you want something that you can just grab that passport out quickly. You don't want to, you know, sniggle in between your laptops, magazine and snacks and look for it. So I know a lot of people keep them in the cosmetics bags or in like a little file folders, but I prefer to have those essentials like phone, house keys, money and passport in one place. So I usually take a small bag like this. And a good thing about this bag is if it's an extra, right? If that bag is extra, you can always hide it under your coat. And this is what I usually do. When I get to the, obviously I'm not encouraging you to break the luggage rules, but I usually hide it under my coats. So the only bag that the flight attendant can see is a suitcase and an extra bag. Or sometimes I know some airlines like EasyJet does not accept an extra bag. If you have a small suitcase that you take with you on board, you are not allowed to have anything else. So this bag, you can hide it. So, you know, if it's only a suitcase that you're allowed to have, then it's even worse, because imagine open your whole suitcase to get your passport out. I mean, it's ridiculous. So this bag will really help you, like that size bag. It doesn't have to be a Michael Kors bag. It can be any other bag of this size. And it would be great if it was flat, like this. Like it's better if it's bigger but flat, because you can hide it under your coat, or you can hide it under your cardigan or whatever you're wearing, and it's not so obvious that you have it. I know it's not very essential, but this is a little trick gadget that I use every time I fly. And as I said, I'm not encouraging you to break the rules of luggage and like your airlines. But what I'm saying is sometimes, you know, I'm that sort of messy person that if I have everything in one bag and if I'm looking for essentials, there's, you know, if I pull out of something in my bag, I always lose it. So all those things that I really must have, I want to have it in a small separate place, and everything else like snacks, magazines, something not as essential, I'd rather have it in my other bag, if that makes sense. Also, the good thing about this bag is that you can, even though they really are being picky and they're not allowing you to have a small bag like this on your shoulder, then you can always squeeze it into the luggage. Like this bag is not that big, you can squeeze it into the luggage very easily, so that shouldn't be a problem. We're almost there, but I wanted to show you the gadget. It's a safety gadget, and I think it's not only a travel gadget, but you know, I think it should be the gadget that everyone should have on a daily basis. And it's a bell timer, that's what it's called, but it's a little alarm key lock. So what happens is, if you're in danger, you just pull out this part, like this chain, and this part comes out, and an alarm. I'm not going to display it now because it's super loud. It's like a door alarm. It's as loud. So so you pull that chain out, and this starts, the alarm goes off, and then in order to turn it off, you need to put that part back in. So this is an alarm that you use when you're in danger, and it's supposed to put the intruder or predator, if that's a right way of saying it, the predator off, because it's really loud. And it's like, you know, normally if someone attacks you, they don't expect you to have an alarm on. So that's supposed to be used for people who are being in danger, and they're supposed to be used for, you know, if you walk out in the dark and if you are being in a situation that is not very safe. I think it's useful for the travel, because sometimes we travel to the places that we don't know very well, and in case you got yourself in a situation that is, or for example, you get yourself in a place that is questionable. Sometimes it's an accidental, you know, we get lost. It's worth to have an alarm like this with you all the time. And it also comes in a key lock version. I don't keep it as a key lock, because when I pull out my keys out of my bag, I'm just worried that that's gonna be pulled off. And so yeah, and it's very comfortable to hold it in your hand when you walk at night. So if you walk at night, you can just keep it in your hand or in your pocket, and in case you feel you're being in danger, you can pull it out to put intruder off. So that's one thing. And the last thing that I think no one expected, and it's very unusual, and I absolutely love, is a charger with a little handle in here. I don't know if it's the right way of saying it, but this is a charger with a little handle in here. So you turn it like this, and then there's a little light in here, so you know when it's working. So sorry for the noise. So when I do that, the little light goes on. And as you can see, this charger has a USB in here. You plug your, because majority of the phone chargers now has a USB. So you plug your phone USB like this. And in here I've got a phone charger. And it's charging the phone. So let me tell you this charger is not very productive, if that makes sense. It doesn't give you loads of power, but in situation where you literally don't have any other source of power and you don't have anywhere to plug your phone, for example, on an aeroplanes, majority of an aeroplanes, especially the short travel ones, they don't have a power source, or they don't have a socket that you can plug your phone to charge it. So let's say, for example, you need to call somebody or you need to be in touch with somebody. What you can do, you can use that charger because you don't need a power on it. All you need to do is your hand movement. And then you can contact. It's literally gonna be like a few percent. I don't think that charger is gonna keep you going on for long. But let's say you need to call somebody, but your phone is dead, your battery is dead, then that charger is great for the situations like this. So I think this is very innovative. I bought this charger on AliExpress. I know you can find some like this on Amazon. They're bigger and they're more expensive, but I also saw both on AliExpress and on Amazon, I also saw the solar chargers. So basically you've got like a solar panel, and you basically stick it out to the sun and it charges your phone. I'm not sure how effective they are, but they are way more expensive. I know they can hold some power. So basically if you leave it in the sun, it works like a power bank. So if you leave it in the sun, it just charges itself, and then you have a power bank full of power. So if you need it, you can use it. But so it's probably better because you don't need to move your hand, or you don't need to do anything, but you need to remember to leave it on the sun to charge. Some of them they don't store the power, so you can only use them while being in the sun. So the problem with that is, because if you don't have a sun and the weather is not sunny enough, then you're gonna have a problem, because if there's no sun, you have no power, if that makes sense. So some of them work as a power bank, and you can store the power and energy. So they take the energy from the sun and they store it as a power for your phone that you can use whatever you want. And some of them you need to actually be in the sun and stand in the sun and put it in the sun while they're charging your phone. And the other ones, they're not that good, because you're not always going to have an access to the sun energy, because what if it's cloudy, or what if it's night? Then you've got a problem. So that is it for this video. I hope I showed you everything. I hope some of those gadgets will inspire you. As I said, I know some of those things are obvious and they're already out there and everybody knows about them, but I still decided to show them because there are still some people who don't know about a lot of those gadgets. So I think it's worth mentioning them. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below with a feedback, or what can I improve, and what did you like about this video? What gadgets you use during your travel that absolutely saves your life? Please press subscribe button. Please press a bell button that's next to subscribe button, so the YouTube will send you a notification about my future videos. Hope you have a lovely day, and bye!